Let's begin in a butterfly position. So just bring the soles of the feet together. Okay. So today's class is about the water element. Yeah, so we're focusing on the kidney, meridian channel, and also the bladder. So this pose here, by just bringing the soles of the feet together, a butterfly pose, we'll be focusing on opening through the kidneys, which is the inside of the legs, and then also the bladder, which runs through the entire back line of the body. Yeah, so we're theming, we're going to practice with these two energy channels in the body. And if you think about meridian channels or energy channels in the body, they're like little rivers. Yeah, so they siphon out and they go through the connective tissue and the fascia in the body. And they also relate to different organs. And then if you think of the acupressure points that sometimes we work with as well, or if you go and get acupuncture, these are the deeper reservoirs that are through the body as well, so we can remove stagnation, we can allow the energy to flow more freely in the body while targeting these certain lines. So for this particular pose, let's just take a moment to ground down through the hips. You can close your eyes and just rest your hands on your legs, relax the shoulders, and just focus on the breath in this lower part of the abdomen. We focus on this center called the lower dantian, which is just below the navel. So just focusing your awareness and energy on just the gentle inhalation and exhalation that's slowly moving through this space. Just really landing in, tuning in, into the sensation, into the physical body. And that way we can start to tap into the more subtle layers of the body, working with these energy channels and lines. So Yin Yoga is all about being very passive, very soft, very slow, very mindful. And again, we're not trying to look a certain way, we're feeling and sensing into the body. Let's just take 3 more breaths here. Lengthening through the spine, relaxing the shoulders, and focusing your awareness on this lower part of the belly. And then slowly peeling the eyes open. We're just moving forward in this pose now, but I'd like to invite just a little bit of activation through one of the most potent points in the body, which is the kidney 1 meridian. So we'll use our thumbs here. And it's in this little cove in the foot. If you dorsiflex your foot, so you kind of curl it in, you'll find a little reservoir there. It's about the second toe, in line with the second toe, and about 1/3 of the way down the foot. So we'll use our thumbs to massage into this point, and then maybe you can slowly roll forward as well. So this butterfly position will be eventually just curling forward and stretching and lengthening through the fascia and connective tissue of the spine as well. So you could keep your thumbs massaging into this kidney 1 point, or you can let your hands go at any point and just really relax into the shape. So just tuning in to see what your body needs today. Whether you need a bit more self-love and self-care to massage into these points into the body. So this particular point is really good for grounding energy. So if we're feeling a little too distracted, or the energy is outward and upward, bringing everything down, will be to sense into this kidney 1 point. And now just let the body completely relax. Relax the shoulders, the neck, let the head be heavy. And start to sink down in this pose without any effort. Just allowing the breath to guide you deeper and deeper. So we're looking for depth here. If we think about the qualities that water gives us, then we think about depth, about clarity, cleansing, purifying the body, the mind and the spirit. And the kidney and the bladder meridian line energy channels are associated to the spiritual axis of the body. The bladder meridian controls the consciousness, the alertness, traveling through and flowing through the brain and the nervous system. And the kidney meridian controls and associated with the hormones, and also the sexual organs in the body. Let's take our last few breaths here. And we come out of the pose just as slowly and mindfully as we come in. So just lifting the head and shoulders, coming back to that place where we began, just kind of in this diamond shape. Belly is soft, the eyes are closed, the energy is inward. And there's a pause in between each of these shapes that we create. There's a point where there is some space and introspection. And we'll keep the shape with the legs. If you're at the back of your mat, just shuffle forward, because we want to have a bit of space. You're okay there? To come backwards. So we're going to really feel this in the hips after we maintain this shape for a little bit more. So you'll just now walk the hands back and lay all the way back. Allow the back of the body to relax. Allow the chest and the heart to be open. And adjust the feet and legs if needed, or allow yourself to just stay in this shape, feeling into the hips now, the inner thighs, maybe targeting more so the kidney meridian. The breath is slow and centered. Again, tuning your awareness, your energy into the lower part of the belly. If we feel into the kidneys, towards the back of the body. The kidney, they say, is where our Jing is stored, our life essence, our gift from our parents or our ancestors. And if we nourish and look after ourselves, we maintain this energy. We can cultivate it by choosing healthy habits. And we can also deplete our Jing, our energy, by making unhealthy choices in life. So the water element invites us to take a deeper look into ourselves, into the depths of our being. Inviting us to take more stillness, like a calm mountain lake. Of self-reflection. And taking last few deeper breaths into the lower belly. Expanding the energy outward and softening the energy inward. And then very gently, slowly, just extend the legs out. Keeping everything nice and still. Just observing the sensation in and around the hips, the inner thighs. And tuning into those subtle layers, the energy in the body. Noticing as you take a few breaths here that the sensation starts to move and change, to dissolve, to dissipate. Just really tuning into what's around you, the sounds, a beautiful offering of nature around. The sense organ of the water element is the ears. So it's about listening. Listening and paying attention to a deeper rhythm in life. On the next inhale, bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice little cuddle, a Squeeze. Little rock from side to side, swaying, massaging through the back of the body, the bladder line, which will focus on stimulating and moving into this next pose. And just moving to center and extending your right leg. So just hold your left knee in and lay your right leg out onto the mat. Good. So your left arm will be relaxed out to the side, and you'll use your right hand and palm to guide your left knee over to the right into a twist. So just adjusting the spine as you need to. Maybe it shuffles a little bit more into the center. The gaze can be up, it can be to the side. You can leave your hand on your knee or you can soften it. If using a bolster at home, you can place a bolster over your knee. Or a blanket also might help if you wish for some extra support, or you can try that. Always feels nice to have a little bit of support. Or the bolster or blanket could go under the knee as well. So just change it to wherever you want it to be. Ensure that you're melting into the pose and the shape. You're feeling a gradual twist and pull without any effort. The natural unfolding, the sweetness of the moment. Again, listening deeper, sensing, feeling, staying open and curious. The water element, and if we think about water, it's intelligent. It knows where to go, where to flow, to move around obstacles. And water is the source of all life. There is a depth of wisdom. And this wisdom comes from listening to the energy that's within. Taking about 5 more breaths here. And then really gently coming back to center. Just extending your left leg out to meet the right. Maybe the hips move back to the middle and just rest your arms down by your side. Relax the whole body. And the sound associated with the water element is groaning, so moving out of these shapes and allowing any sounds to be sung. And let's slowly come to the other side of our twist, bringing both knees in, a little squeeze in towards the heart, the chest, and setting yourself up with the right knee in towards the chest, right arm relaxed out and guiding over to the left. So allow, without force, for the connective tissue, the fascia in the body, to slowly unwrap and unwind here in the twist. The fascia is the largest sensory organ in the body. With infinite intelligence, this is the fluid, the water, the intelligence that's within the tissue of your body. It holds the wisdom. Stay connected. There is a web of information held in the body. So it's here we create the space for that information to be set free, to be expressed. Knowledge, understanding. And transmission of energy. The water element is about seeking knowledge and understanding, being curious, asking questions. And a lot of the time, the deepest answers are within the stillness, the silent observation. The questions are, what is it that we are searching for? And what is it that we are transmitting out into the world? What is the song that we are singing? Slowly, mindfully coming out of this shape. Coming back to the center. Again, awareness on the sensation as you move out of the pose, out of the shape. And to slowly come back into some movement, whatever the body is calling you for here. You could wish-wash your knees from one side to the other, or hug the knees in again. Just slowly bringing a little bit of mindful movement in. And we'll slowly move up into a caterpillar pose to feel into this bladder line, the longest meridian line in the body, associated to the nervous system. So you can fall to one side and slowly bring yourself up, or whatever way is most easiest for you. To come upright with the legs extending forward. Taking your time to get there. So we'll come to this L position sitting up. So for this position, you can use a bolster if you have that at home, or a blanket. You can place that on top of you. You can have your legs really a little bit quite wider, so the feet kind of flop out, or the feet can be together. Again, we want this sense of the body just really being very passive. There's no activation, there's no pulling with the feet. So just place your glutes, sink them back, so you have this little pelvic tilt forward. Again, this is going to take a pull from this whole meridian line, from the feet, the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, the lower part of the spine, curling all the way up and around the head. And then the meridian line is here, beginning in the tear ducts. So we want to just roll forward, let the body drop. There's no reaching or pulling, so just find that rolling forward, that shape. If there are some back injuries, you could always bend your knees and place a bolster or a blanket under your knees as well. Think about this pose as a journey. You may begin somewhere, there's a starting point. And as your tissues, as your mind starts to relax, everything connects, and maybe you go a little further on the journey. Just relax the hands so there's no grabbing. Just even let the palms face up. It doesn't matter where you get to here, there's no destination. We're just trying our best to be present along this journey. Take a few deeper breaths to relax into the shape. And there is a great quote, I'm not sure who said it first, but how you do one thing in life is how you do everything. One of my great teachers always reminds us of this, and it's such, there's a lot of truth and wisdom in this quote or saying. So notice how you're showing up on your mat here. Is there force? Is there a wanting to get further? A need? And notice if that is part of your life, this always wanting to go further, deeper, pushing, forcing. What happened, or what would happen if you allowed if you softened, if you let go. If you broadened your scope in life, you cleansed your lens. You got a little fractal about the nature of life with this essence of curiosity and wonder that the water element encourages us to be. Taking last few deeper breaths here, notice where you are in space. If you gave up control, could you drop in a little deeper? And then very gently start to journey the opposite way, maybe taking even longer as you slowly move out of the shape. Gently unraveling. Groaning if you feel to, embodying the sound of the water element. Feels good to groan. And just slowly unravel all the way down onto your back. Paying attention to every little moment along the way. And relax your whole body when you get there. Take a moment again to tune into, to sense into the lower part of your belly. The lower dantian. Feel into the energy through the kidneys, your yin, your essence, as we have moved into calming the nervous system, the bladder meridian. Really tapping into the parasympathetic nervous system that we all need in today's day and age. To relax, to restore, to rejuvenate the body through moving into these mindful practices. Observing the body, observing the mind. As we slowly move into our final meditation, Shavasana. There's nothing you need to do. No shapes to create. No one to be. Allow the body to relax in its most natural state and form. Moving into the deeper rhythm of your breath, of your body. Relaxing the mind, allowing everything to be heavy. And bringing your awareness to the point between your eyebrows. Eyebrows lightly on top of the forehead, face relaxed, jaw soft. Point between the eyebrows, the third eye center. The essence of the water element, this higher wisdom, clarity, knowing that we are much more than our thoughts, that we are connected to many realms of existence. To feel into the energy body. And allow yourself to float. To drift. To sink. Taking as much time as you wish in this final meditation. Thank you all for joining me on this journey. The light in me sees the light in you, and the teacher in me honors the teacher in you. Namaste.